Yeah.
I mean, again, not other designers might not admit this, but I will say that like 50% of our job is the fact that we are just an outsider, that we're looking at this from this space of we've never considered your brand before. Maybe you're bringing us in, for an initial conversation, but we are in the space and we're working it all the time. So we already know what everybody else is already saying. And we know that our task is to figure out what makes you different. And I think, again, it's just that looking at that difference can be really hard internally, and often nearly impossible.
I'm so glad you said that, because I tell folks all the time, most of the time people think that it's self-serving because I'm a consultant. They're like, Julie, right, you're just saying that because you want people to hire you. I'm not. It's not BS. It's you can't do it alone, and having an extra set of eyeballs, maybe more, the more eyeballs, the better, because then you're having somebody look at it that is unbiased, that isn't in the echo chamber, of their own small business, and being able to weigh in. And maybe they see something that you would never see yourself. And you would never know that if you don't talk to somebody else. So
That's right. And yeah, even to your point, I mean, what you do is very similar. You're able to look from the outside, already know what the industry has, already know what they need and what their capabilities are, what their values are, and how that can line up, right, to something really great. So yeah, no, 100%.
Yay, third party people. We'll just rally together.
Yeah, that's right.
Wonderful. Okay, so a lot of craft beverage brands, they do lean on some very similar themes or words or concepts. What I run into is in discovery of trying to unearth what makes somebody special or unique or what's different about their brand. And they'll just shoot from the hip and say things like, we're local and we make small batches, and it's craft, quote unquote, craft, community focused, and we use high quality ingredients. That one gets me because I get laughed at for this, but it's a good point. Nobody markets bad ingredients. Who does that? Think about that. You don't go to market and say we sell you spoiled lettuce. Yeah, buy this. It's it's not a thing. So when they use those kind of sameness terms that sort of glom you into this, group, from a design and brand strategy perspective, why does that not help their cause at all to make them stand out? Right. I mean, it might be obvious, but...
Yes. So again, same thing in every industry that I work in. I have a questionnaire that we start off with when I'm trying to, gather information about the business, and I'll ask them, what makes you unique? And they will always say, we use premium ingredients. It's kind of funny. Again, it's not just craft breweries. It's almost everybody. And we're saying this all kindly to all of you, right? We understand that that is, again, that's why you came to this space. But I think you even said it in another podcast episode of yours where you said, this is table stakes. Don't even start a brewery if you aren't going to make really good beer. The fact that you're coming to this and thinking that that's the differentiator, it's not. It's the bottom. It's everybody's entering the space with that idea, right? So now it's obviously it's of your own opinion whether you think everybody's as good as you, but obviously everyone is starting with that intention, right? So that is not a differentiator. That is not memorable. It's not sticky. As a consumer, I do hear that across the space. How am I going to make sense of what you're saying versus the brewery down the road? So that's where we have to really think about, what are we going to say that's really a differentiator? So even if you do feel you say to Julie, I can't think of anything else. I truly just believe in the quality of our ingredients and our recipes and our process. Then you need to show that. When it comes to your website, give people a tour of what you're doing. Show them where you're sourcing your ingredients. Be very literal rather than just sort of saying in a very general sense, this is what we do great. Show them what it means to be great and how you do it, right? So, the same thing happens. A chocolate client will tell me that they single source their cacao, directly from X country. And I say, okay, let's put that map on your website. Let's show them exactly, literally where you're sourcing things from, so that you look transparent, right? What you're saying is true and people can really kind of understand that. So again, that message tends to be pretty similar with a lot of people, but it's if you're going to rest on those ideas, then you've really got to, be able to talk the talk as well as walk the walk. So I think that's the important part. But of course, we're ideally saying, your message should go beyond that. You should be really thinking about what is truly different about you and what that looks like and how you showcase that. But again, if you're going to, whatever words you're going to use, just try to be as tangible with your examples as possible. So as a consumer, I can see that and I can say, okay, they're not just saying it, they really are putting their money where their